10 years, the communist dictatorship in Beijing has been helping the Prime Minister. They gave $200,000 in donations to the Trudeau Foundation. They interfered in 2 successive elections to help the Liberals win. And the Prime Minister knew about it after numerous briefings to that effect. He's done absolutely nothing to stop it because he benefits from it. Will he finally allow a public and truly independent investigation of it? Thank you.
The Honourable Minister of Intergovernmental Affairs.
We take the issue of foreign interference in Canada's electoral system and any foreign interference very seriously. Mr. Speaker, that's why when we formed government, we took a number of unprecedented steps that did not exist when my friend was a minister in the previous government. We created the National Security and Intelligence Committee of Parliamentarians. Precisely so, parliamentarians from all political parties could have access to classified information and publish reports for Canadians. We set up an independent panel of senior public servants, Mr. Speaker, to follow exactly the issue of foreign interference in the elections, and will continue to do more.
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Well, all they've done is had the former CEO of the China-financed Trudeau Foundation to write a report about it, in which he unsurprisingly says, don't worry, be happy. And we know why the Liberals want to cover this up. They benefited from Beijing's interference in 2 successive elections. The question is, why isn't the NDP actually doing its job? They've been working against transparency and preventing top Liberal campaign operatives and PMO officials from testifying in committee. Why won't the NDP stop its cover-up coalition and allow top-level officials to testify and answer questions?
The Honourable Minister of Intergovernmental Affairs.
Mr. Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition wants top-level officials to testify publicly before parliamentary committees. The good news is that's exactly what they did last week, Mr. Speaker. The heads of our intelligence agencies, the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, the National Security and Intelligence Advisor to the Prime Minister. I know my friend will be very excited to know that I'm going to the Procedures Committee myself on Thursday and be happy to answer any questions, Mr. Speaker. From the beginning, we have said that we take this issue very seriously. We've put in place unprecedented steps to deal with foreign interference, and will continue to do more.
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Well, we learned that the Prime Minister now has a big announcement to make at 5 p.m. today. This after 10 years of having known that Beijing was interfering to support him with donations to the Trudeau Foundation and help in numerous federal election campaigns. Now he's announcing something. And we know that he's probably going to try to sweep this under the rug by naming a Liberal establishment insider to have a secretive process that will never bring about the truth. What we don't know for sure is whether the NDP is once again going to be a co-conspirator in making that happen. Will we have a final and clear public investigation so Canadians know the truth?
The Honourable Minister of Intergovernmental Affairs.
Mr. Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition was Minister responsible for democratic reform in the previous Conservative government. In 2013, CSIS identified foreign interference as a challenge in the electoral context. Mr. Harper's former National Security Advisor raised this publicly in 2010, 13 years ago, Mr. Speaker. And when my honourable friend was a minister responsible for this very file, he did absolutely nothing to deal with the question of foreign interference. I know he's frustrated that we've done so much, and the good news, Mr. Speaker, is we'll continue to do more because we take this issue very seriously.
L'honorable leader, le chef de l'opposition.
That member could walk across the floor and let me know that the Trudeau Foundation had received $200,000 from Beijing. Let me know that the dictatorship in Beijing was planning to interfere in successive elections to help Liberals get elected. If they had been transparent about that back then, we wouldn't be having this conversation now. Instead, we've had 10 years of cover-ups from this Prime Minister who's benefited from the interference, known about it, been briefed on it, done nothing except try to sweep it under the rug. Will the NDP stop covering up for the Liberals and get top PMO and Liberal Party officials to answer questions before our committee?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, just because the Leader of the Opposition keeps insisting on a falsehood doesn't make it real. He knows very well, Mr. Speaker, that our government took unprecedented steps to deal with this issue because we take it seriously. A panel of senior public servants chaired by the clerk of the Privy Council, setting up in law the National Security and Intelligence Committee of Parliamentarians, including representatives, Mr. Speaker, from all political parties. We have taken this issue seriously. We have made senior officials available at parliamentary committees and will continue to do everything we can to strengthen Canadian democratic institutions.
L'honorable député de La Prairie.
The Honourable MP from La Prairie. So the revelation from the Globe and Mail from Chinese interference should worry us. To know if the results would have been different from the past elections, that's not the issue. As soon as the democratic process is affected, it is the duty of all of us here in this House to defend it. It's the conscience of the people, our democratic system that's in danger here. That goes well beyond the partisan question. The Prime Minister instituted an independent committee on foreign interference in the elections. Mr. Speaker, I agree with my honourable colleague. This should be nonpartisan in the sense that, Mr. Speaker, we all have an interest in protecting and strengthening our democratic institutions. Our government put in robust measures that were evaluated by independent experts following the general election. But the good news, Mr. Speaker, is that we are continuously looking for other measures we can take, I hope, with the support of all parliamentarians to strengthen our democratic system. The Honourable Member from La Prairie. The Director General of Elections, the former Councillor to PM and even Rosenberg are saying that we need to inquire on our elections. We don't need to look. We should set light on the entire democratic system. We cannot allow ourselves to doubt the legitimacy of any MP in this room, in this House. We definitely don't want that. Will Canada put in an independent, nonpartisan inquiry on foreign interference in our elections? Minister for Intergovernmental Affairs. I think the government has demonstrated a lot of transparency in our efforts to counter foreign interference in our elections and democratic system. We look forward to working with all parliamentarians in the House of Commons and the Senate, and this is precisely why we have put together a parliamentarian committee for this exact question and many others to report to Canadians. We have created agencies, monitoring agencies to ensure specifically that our democratic institutions are protected, but we continue to look for other solutions at the same time.
Westminster Burnaby.
Canadians are very troubled allegations of foreign interference in our elections. But the Prime Minister doesn't seem concerned at all. The former head of CSIS, the former head of Elections Canada, and even Maurice Rosenberg, who wrote the 2021 federal election report, are all encouraging the Prime Minister to go forward with a national public inquiry on foreign interference. The PROC Committee of the House of Commons has even adopted an NDP motion that this House vote may vote on soon, calling for a public inquiry as well. So why is the Prime Minister so opposed? Why is he refusing to get answers for Canadians?
The Honourable Minister of Intergovernmental Affairs.
Mr. Speaker, our government is taking the issue of foreign interference in Canada's democratic institutions very seriously. As my colleague heard, our government has taken unprecedented steps since we formed the government in 2015 to put in place a series of measures precisely to provide greater transparency and understanding to Canadians on a threat, Mr. Speaker, that has existed for well more than 13 years and which has been publicly discussed for over a decade. The good news, Mr. Speaker, is our government takes it seriously, and the good news is the 2019 and 2021 elections were decided freely and fairly by Canadians.